Is there something I can do to make your mind off things? Is there something I can do to take your mind off things, perhaps?
I can think of a thing or two.
Oh.
If I break the curse, then perhaps there will be time for myself again. And for others.
He's totally undressing me with his eyes, and I love it. Gale, you better be careful, man. If you don't jump on this, Halsin will. Alright, we finally took down the Grym. It took me like
Let's cook with fire, baby.
3 or 4 tries, but we finally got it, and I'm just... Gale's down, but he's not out. He's just unconscious. Alright, let's see if I can just take this one out. This method out, if I can. We just have to get rid of these annoying magma methods, and then we're done. That's fine. Ow! Gale, can you just zap him? Thank you. Actually, you're good where you're at. Stay there. Don't get bunched up. Go here. Jump here. And then... I don't have my heal... Oh, I can't
God, it's hot
it.
in here. I've got it.
Let me see if I can close the distance. I might end up killing Will, but it's worth... I have to take this guy out. Nice. Oh, thank you so much. That was so rough. The things I do. We all deserve a song of rest for that.
Nice little nap.
Thank the maker. That was the toughest boss yet. But yeah, once you figured out that he needed to be super heated with the lava, because that softens him enough so that you can damage him with a hammer, that was the biggest thing. And now we got our prize, which is this shield that we can give to Shadowheart. Shadowheart's getting a lot of stuff. Nice. Sweet. We use the adamantine forge to craft something of legend. If we find more ore, we can do it again. Cool. So let's take a look. Oh my gosh, adamantine shield. Adamantine shield, when a melee attack misses you, the attacker is sent reeling for 2 turns. Reeling. Recovering from receiving a terrible blow or hitting a strong metal has a -1 penalty on attack rolls for every turn remaining. Wow. Shield bash. When a foe hits you with a melee attack, you can use your reaction to knock it prone unless they succeed in a dexterity saving throw. That is amazing. Definitely sending that over to Shadowheart. And it's only 2.7 pounds, so that's awesome. So that's sending to camp. Can we eject the mold? Mace. I mean, we could also give that to Shadowheart because she uses maces. Longsword. Longsword is good. Although most people are using...
I could
Nobody
go for
uses
a good meal.
great swords. Yeah, nobody uses long swords. We're using great swords. We're using two... My ladies use two-handed weapons. They use two-handers.
Let's go.
I mean, I may consider giving them long swords.
Ready and willing.
But I think it would be better... Scimitar, scale mail, splint mold. Let's do scale mail. Yeah, let's do scale mail. Save first because we just defeated an annoying boss. So being able to do that would be great. Okay.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Split hole. Insert. Add some. We have some mithril, and I think we have at least 3. I think we have 3. Where the heck is our mithril? Mithril ore. Yeah, I thought we had. I thought we had 3. Did we have 3?
Charmed, I'm sure.
Mithril.
Defender
Maybe we
of the
didn't.
people.
Maybe we didn't find 3. Could have sworn we did. Mithril.
What
No.
I needed.
Mithril. And no.
Yes.
And I don't think he had any mithril. Unless.
Can't give up now.
Oh.
Ore and mold, but they still need the lava to bind them.
Careful with
Wonder
that.
if the gods are watching me.
Adamantine splint armor. Heavy armor. Nice.
Elminster's not around, so it might as well.
Nice. Adamantine splint armor. 19 pounds. Magical plate. All incoming damage is reduced by 2. Intense adamantine backlash. When a melee attack hits you, the attacker is sent relief for 3 turns. Dispense all check. Attackers can't land critical crits on the wearer. That's amazing. Definitely sending that to Lae'zel. Alright.
One day I'll
Let's
catch a
loot.
break.
Heart-shaped rock. Part of Grym. Grim Skull Helm. Hunter's Mark. Make a creature as your quarry to deal an additional 1 to 6 piercing damage when you hit it with a weapon attack. Okay. Cool, even if you're not a ranger. Not proficient with heavy armor. I feel like that's going to be a good helm for Lae'zel then. Or Shadowheart, because she also can use heavy weapons. Magma Mephit. Magma Mephit. Magma Mephit. Okay. And then let's go back. Because I think we want to be able to sell and do other good stuff.
Always at your side.
Copper for your thoughts?
Sure.
Oh, come on. You don't mean that. Oh,
Where is Shadowheart? She's here because I want to show her the statue that we got.
May the darkness protect you.
I found this idol of Shar. Here, perhaps you might want it.
You thought of me. Thank you. It's beautiful. I'll find a place of honor for it in camp. Nobody's ever given me anything before. What do I owe you in return?
I don't know. It's worth like 400 gold if we had sold it. So it's a gift. I'm not expecting anything in return. It's a settle. I'll settle for a thank you. Gold and riches will do nicely. Empty out that purse. It's a gift. I'm not expecting anything in return.
Thank you. Lady Shard teaches us to forswear material goods, but I think she'll make an exception for her own image.
Good.
I wonder, perhaps this is connected to the Dark Justiciars.
Maybe.
This is no coincidence, I'm sure of it. I need to keep an eye out for more signs. Learn more about the Justiciar's presence in these lands. It could be important. As long as I've prayed to Lady Shar, I've wished to serve her as a Dark Justiciar. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shar, save perhaps if you become the head of her church.
Dark Justiciars were once a power on here. All signs suggest that the time is long past. We have more important things to do than focus than chasing Shar and ghosts. Very well, let's see if we can find anything in the future.
Thank you. I should have known you'd be understanding.
Yeah, my track record. Join me.
All right. Some company wouldn't hurt on the road, especially if there's trouble.
Staying straight. All right. Level up our Cleric. Subclass features. Channel Divinity. Ward God's Blessing. Endow a nearby ally with the glory of your god to grant them a +10 bonus on their attack roll. Channel Divinity when charged. Gain the ability to channel divine energy, starting with 2 effects. Turn undead. Okay, cool. Spell 3 unlocked. Yeah! We already have 3 spells. Revivify. Yeah, we're good. Level up Cleric. The health increased. We got a new subclass feature. That was easy. That was easy. Okay. And then... Traveler's Chest.
Let's have a look.
Let's have a look. We've got a whole bunch of stuff. Idol of Saloon. She doesn't want the Idol of Saloon. And Voice of the Circle, which we're just hanging on to for right now. Splint Armor. Cross Helm. Blood Guzzler Garb when enemy attacks. Okay. And then Halberd. Dark Justiciar Helm. Dark Justiciar Mask. Okay. Intimidation +1. Oh! We could give this to... I mean... He's got a leather... Will has a leather helmet. I mean, we could just give him...
for you. Is that blood?
Since he doesn't have a helmet,
Never
just
mind.
give him a mask. Might go with the whole... You know... It could go well with his horns. Yeah, but I want to see his beautiful face. And not that creepy
No time to dally.
doll thing. Okay. Shining Staver of Skulls.
At least things have stayed interesting.
I think she has heavy armor
What's next?
proficiency. Yeah. Wow. All right. She'll wear that right
Seek
now
and
until
you shall find
until
me.
Lae'zel needs it.
Very well.
Salutations.
Awesome. Okay. Let's also
Should mind my step.
go and we need to sell stuff. Let's go back to the Myconid colony.
Saw you training those children. You're so gentle. That's not how I was taught.
Cruel words strengthen neither heads nor hearts, Shadowheart.
I wouldn't quite say that. I learned a lesson, after all.
And came to resent your tutor, I bet. I taught them to fight, not to hate.
Wise words. Glad you all have not left, even though you said a while ago that you were leaving soon.
I need a quick word.
Glad that's not true.
We'll be clearing out.
You come across a noble stock mushroom about.
Show me your
You
wares.
give it here. Gods know I've earned it.
Sell wares. Alright, gold band. Don't need the rapier, we need that for bludgeoning damage. That's fine, we don't need the javelin. Carrots arts of the hero chapters. I think I'm okay. Although I don't need all of these things. And this bone that we got. Withered blue petal. An exotic gossamer petal. Don't know if those are useful for anything. Unless they're... Oh, they might be for alchemist stuff. Alchemy stuff. Yeah. Ochre jelly slime. We've got a lot of stuff. This is bludgeoning damage, not proficient. Hold on to that so we have bludgeon weapon. Okay. She doesn't need this, she doesn't need this. Dark Justiciar's journal. Okay. Jorgal's sword. And you're fine to sell wares. Okay. I think we're ready to move on and hopefully get to the towers once and for all. Hopefully. Jorgal's great sword. I really want to use my adamantine sword, so let's give her that. And then give her the... Here we go. Give her that hammer. Because this does bludgeoning, which means we can add this to wares. Okay. Yeah, Jorgal's great sword. Let's add that to send to camp. We don't need that. Okay. Grim Forge. Ancient Forge.
So, Will, what was the Blade of Frontier's toughest kill?
Ah, it was a great scrap. A hungry minotaur with a hankering for human flesh. An axe-bearing mountain of fur she was. Gave me a nasty scar.
I hope you don't mind if I don't ask to see it.
Okay, how do we keep going? We want to go to... Travel through the Underdark, reach Moonrise Towers through Grim Forge.
On I go.
So I guess it's this way.
All right. What now? These boots have seen everything.
It's this way.
Better not be cursed.
I don't think I've gone this way. Oh, yeah. I have not gone this way yet. You're about to progress adventure. Make sure to tie up any loose ends before advancing. Ooh, the part of no return. Yep. I mean, I just saved, so let's do it. Whew, alright. This gets the point of no return. If we need to sell something, I guess we're just gonna stick them to camp. Leave Act 1 for somewhere altogether darker. Oh, we're done with Act 1? Oh. Where are we? Is this Moonrise Tower?
Time to press ahead.
Black.
We offer our pain to the Lady of Loss, that she may truly know her faithful. We offer ourselves to the darkness, that blessed Shah may give us her mercy.
I feel like we should have Astarion with us here. We'll keep Shadowheart. We'll keep Shadowheart. And we'll have to say, let's, as much as it pains me, story-wise, we should say farewell to Gale.
What can I
for
do
now.
for you? I question the wisdom of that decision, but I'll be
Just for
here.
now. Just for now. I feel like Will, we want to keep around in case his dad's around. Yeah, Astarion. Yeah, Astarion.
What can I do for you, my lead?
Okay.
Blade at the ready.
Packed. Okay.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Cool. Although
Sharp as ever.
I think Will can have.
Well, hello.
Will could use this shield actually. Yeah. She's got crazy good armor. I might as well give Will the shield. She can have the studded shield for right
There's
now.
work to do.
She'll be okay. She can heal herself. Will is a little
Pride
bit.
of the gate.
Can't have armor equipped. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. He's got 15 AC.
No one's stopped me yet.
Alright.
I have to keep going.
Don't touch me. Should be
Lockpick.
easy.
I hope so. I'll take that and that. We don't need the torches.
No one back home will ever believe this. On my way.
Maybe we'll learn a little bit about the Justiciars. Chasm Creeper.
Wish I had a bag of holding.
Let's extract. Recipe unlocked. Ashes of Mephit. Magma. Weary Traveler. Broken Moon Lantern. Absolutionist Expedition Key. Yoink. Old Architectural Collection. This yellowed book contains a series of architectural plans. One shows an elevator leading from the wilds outside a town called Wraith View into the Underdark. Okay. This doesn't tell me, like, where we are. This map doesn't tell me what this area is. I don't know if this is actually still Shar's Temple. It seems like it is, and not Moonrise Tower. I'm assuming they're two different things.
Who there,
Oh.
wanderer? Stay thy course a moment to indulge an old man. May
Wow.
I inquire if perchance you retain among your traveling companions a man who adheres to the given name of Gale?
Yes. Oh my gosh, it's Gandalf the Scarlet. As a matter of fact, I do. He's resting in camp. Gale, you say no?
Ever a man of leisure. Would it pain you greatly to assist me along the little voyage I intend to undertake to this aforementioned camp?
Oh yeah, it would be my pleasure. I'd like to know first who I'd be bringing to see Gale. That's safe, because I don't know, like if... Wait, Gale is right behind me. Wait, Gale is right there. He's right there! How is Gale here? He's not in my party. I'm sure you'll have no... Gale's spying on us. I'm sure you'll have no trouble finding our camp without necessity. I'd like to know first who I'd be bringing to see Gale, just in case this is someone he doesn't want to see.
Should it be the nature of our acquaintance that interests you, well, you may safely classify Gale and I as friends. Should it be the nature of your present interlocutor that you desire to drag from the dark and unknown, I shall be glad to aid in your quest for illumination and identify myself as Elminster. Elminster Umar. Now, if this answer satisfies you, let us linger no longer in this
limbo of indecision, but set course for your camp forthwith. Okay, he apparently communicated the rest telepathically to me. Elminster Umar, of course, it would be my honor.
And I would confirm it to be so.
The Wizard of Waterdeep.
After you.
Alright, sure. Let's... Hey, Elminster. I feel like Elminster is also... Was he... is that a Baldur's Gate 1 or 2 reference? Gale.
Always a delight to speak with you. What can I do?
Well, alright, I'm gonna talk to Elminster.
My thanks for your excellent guidance. Ah, and yonder I spy the object of my pursuit.
He's not an object. He's not a piece of meat.
The very same, Gale. And a fair bit miffed he is, too, finding himself forced to expose his best pair of boots to so many miles of country road on your behalf.
I don't understand. How so on my behalf?
I was bid to spare neither time nor my own self to find you. She sent me, Gale. You know of whom I speak.
Mistra?
But why? Out with it, Elminster.
Mistra?
Please.
Young man, has your sojourn away from Waterdeep washed away your decorum as well as your patience? Nigh a 10-day I've gone without honest fare, worthy of the name. Drank naught, but what the sky entitled my thirst. Why, some bread, cheese, and a cup of wine would appear unto me a feast. Surely you won't begrudge me a mite of rest and repast before I get out with it.
I love how he talks. One thing I wanted to mention, this is something that my very good friend, Reclusiarch, well, formerly known as Reclusiarch, David Anderson, who also has had a YouTube channel and has done stuff in the past. I don't know how active he is nowadays, but he mentioned in my comments earlier, very early on, at how impressive the motion capturing is in this game. Quite often in a lot of other CRPGs, the voice actors, it's sort of like a, I don't know if it's necessarily an AI, but the voice actors record their voices, but the facial expressions and the movements, the body language, tend to be very generic, because they basically program the different facial expressions, and a lot of it gets, and the body language, and a lot of it gets recycled between different characters, which is, a time saver. It, makes it easier to program, but the voice actors did a lot of motion capture while they were speaking their lines, and I think it really shows, it really shines in this game and truly sets a new standard. I think for RPGs moving forward, video game RPGs, it just adds that you can tell that this is not a canned NPC. They actually move in a certain way that's unique and different from others. Their face moves, their expression. So I think that's really cool. And Elminster, I think, is a good example of this. I suppose we could part with a few of our rations. I'm not in the habit of taking in vagabonds. Yes, Gale, where is your decorum?
Oh, for the love of...
Fine. I'll turn a deaf ear to the clarion calls with which my scorned stomach beseeches me. Graver matters are at hand.
We do have food, a lot of food.
Plenty to digest. After all, a good deal to stew over, if you will. Words
Ladled.
ladled with import should be savored,
Savored.
so as to better absorb their meaning. Wouldn't you agree?
I see what you did there. I see what you did there.
Right. You see, that is to say, Gale, my boy, I've come to address a most pressing matter. I'll speak as plainly as I can, forswearing the accustomed frills that decorate my speech. I'm here on behalf of Mistra.
That's what I gathered.
The message and the charge I bring you are hers.
Okay. You were sent here as an actual divine messenger? I'm surprised she sent you in the first place after Gale's debacle. Well, I'm not going to say that. What message and what charge would that be? Speak fast then, for none of this pertains to me. You were sent here as an actual divine messenger?
Oh, Mistra's delicate feet are ill-suited for the hardships of the road.
You know where you went wrong, Gale. No, we needn't dwell on that here and now. But even so, you're to be given a chance of redemption.
Mistra would consider forgiveness.
Mistra, he's
She
mine.
would consider what she considers to be forgiveness. Mistra is aware of the misadventures that have befallen you both. She knows of your strife with the Absolute, that most insidious of evils.
If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention. If even the gods know, why are you facing these threats alone? You wouldn't happen to know of a cure, would you? Some all-powerful parasite withering spell, perhaps? If the goddess herself is aware, I wouldn't say no to some divine intervention.
The very purpose of my presence. In a roundabout sort of way.
Okay.
You must know that the Absolute is more dangerous than you can possibly conceive. It threatens all who live, even those who are undying. It threatens the gods, the weave, the very fabric of the universe itself. That is why I have come here to charge you, Gale, with its destruction. It is Mistra's belief that only you can.
Gale specifically? Really? Gale alone? How so? Mistra's mistaken. I will be the Absolute's destroyer. Hogwash, idle beliefs and false hopes. No, Gale alone? How so?
The orb.
The orb?
Precisely.
The what? What orb? Do we know about the
Mistra has
orb?
granted me the power to stop the clock, as it were, on the orb's rush to overpower you.
Oh yeah,
Instead,
that thing.
you will be able to unleash its lethal combustion at will.
But what'll happen to him?
Interesting. This could be help or hindrance. We shall have to see.
What'll happen to...
You must find the heart of the Absolute, whatever that may be, and use yourself as the catalyst that will burn it from this world.
But what'll happen to Gale? I don't know about this. That's monstrous. You're tasking him to kill himself? Say what you will, but you can't force Gale to go through with this. We'll be rid of both the Absolute and Gale in one fell swoop. Win-win. I mean, Core definitely understands the greater good. You know, the destruction of one man. I guess you could argue if Gale doesn't do this, everyone's going to be destroyed. You know, including him. So if he's going to be destroyed anyway, might as well do it heroically. But I think they're right now. Cord is going to show a bit of weakness, a bit of bias, and say, that's monstrous. You're tasking him to kill himself.
He is not. But it seems that Mistra is.
It brings me no pleasure saying this, my friend, but such is Mistra's will. Yours must be the sacrifice that will undo the Absolute. And for your sacrifice, you will be redeemed. Such is Mistra's promise.
I want a kiss first.
With that, I've said my sorry piece, and need only bestow unto thee the charm I was bid. Mina hastra mistrariel Italior thras annas
Oh.
It is done. Both charge and charm have been committed into your care. To you, I commit into care Gale himself. I count on you to shepherd him well on this strangest of journeys.
Oh, I will protect him. Yes. I will protect him. Other than that time that I think I might have hit him with a big giant forge hammer. Or was that Karlach? That was definitely Karlach, but I think I also did it to Gale too. Other than that, I will protect him. Oh my goodness. On my honor, it shall be done. There's still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way. I'm not his keeper. I do not accept your charge. The thing that I'm thinking about, this is being very meta, but what if we had not allowed Gale to join our party? What if we dismissed him or just didn't recruit him in the first place? Then what? There has to be another way, because otherwise, what would you do if you decided to, if you got rid of Gale, or Gale decided to leave on his own because you and him didn't mesh well? Like, there has to be another way. There's still a long journey ahead. We'll find another way.
Or some other fortune altogether.
Like moons make swell and wane the nescient seas, so too the sky-strewn gods ordain the tidal fates of mortal days.
Okay.
And yet, an ocean born in lonely hours, come ebb, come flow, come all that is beyond the breadth of our dominion. Be a moon unto yourself. Even the waves of fate can break upon the shores of will. Farewell, my friend.
Farewell, Elminster. I'm glad she chose you.
Stabilize Gale's Netherese orb. Can we talk about this, Gale? I'm really concerned. And I'm very overprotective of you, as Cord is very overprotective of you, as you know.
An audience with Elminster is never less than memorable. I'd have hoped to introduce you to him in less dire circumstances. But those are hard to come by these days.
I'd always imagined Elminster to be more imposing. An old man with a craving for cheese, hardly the great wizard of legend. Hey, cheese is amazing. He didn't seem much a friend, showing up and demanding you kill yourself. Actually, I was hoping to talk about something else. I mean, because Cord is willing to kill himself for the greater good, so he understands that. But that doesn't mean he wants Gale to do it. You know, it's just one of those things. He didn't see much of a friend showing up and demanding you kill yourself, an old man with craving for cheese. I'd always imagined Elminster to be more imposing.
The doddering act is merely an illusion, one he's most adept at maintaining. Elminster is the most formidable wizard in the realms, perhaps in existence. For Mystra to have sent him, the severity of her bidding could not be clearer, or weigh more heavily on me. Time seems so infinite when you're young. A month is an age. A year is a lifetime. It is a strange feeling to realize how little of it one might have left.
Are you serious? You're seriously considering doing what Elminster said?
Of course. He offered the clearest solution to our problem. All I have to do is find the right place and time, close my eyes, and let go.
Do I get a say at all?
The slate will be clean. Wrongs will be righted, the absolute will be gone, and I along with it.
Gale, I don't understand. Can't Misa just destroy the absolute, or Elminster himself? I wouldn't say that. Or sorry. Just have Elminster destroy the absolute, not have Mystra destroy Elminster. I was like, what? So that's it? You're on a suicide mission now? There's surely another way. What about me? Am I safe around you? Whatever you need to, I'll be there to help. There's surely another way. Yeah, there's surely another way.
If there was, I'm sure the goddess of magic and the greatest wizard who ever lived would have identified it. But alas, only one solution is offered. That remains
Right
ahead
now?
of us for now. The heart of the Absolute must be discovered before I can stop its beating.
Can I at least give you a hug? Can I at least give you a hug? I'll make sure we find it, Gale, I promise. You're not blowing yourself, Gale. I won't let you. Oh, the romance! But this is amazing romance, like, drama. The romance! No, you must sacrifice yourself for the good, but I'm in love with you. You're not blowing yourself up, Gale. I won't let you.
Let's save such certainty for the moment such a decision is upon us. You may feel differently once we know what we're truly up against.
Okay, but I want a kiss first. And more. Possibly more. Possibly way more than just a kiss. Or 2. Or 50. Or 1,000. just saying. Can I talk more
Tell
with
me,
you?
What can I do for you?
Not kill yourself. Find another way to save. Is Mr. always such a demanding goddess? How are you feeling? It can't be easy facing the possibility of death. Why doesn't Elminster take on the Absolute, or Mr. herself?
No doubt she has the power to do so, but as for the permission, Ao would not look kindly on her meddling in mortal affairs. Divine intervention has a tendency to make things worse, not better. As for Elminster, he's saved the realms more times than legend can recount. But to take on a god is no easy feat, even for him. My orb is the best chance we have. And only I can wield it.
How are you feeling? It won't be easy. It can't be easy facing the possibility of death.
Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. I'm trying to focus on the positives.
Yeah.
Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. Consuming those items would only have kept the orb sated for so long.
True.
If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months. At least now I know my death will have purpose. It won't be a distant bang in the footnotes of history.
I mean, there is that. That is true. Is Mr. always such a demanding goddess?
She expects those who seek to use the weave to do so honestly, and with respect for its potential to destroy, as well as its potential to save. I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves up. That's a fate she's bequeathed exclusively to me. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. However much she's annoyed at me.
Yeah. Alright. Wow. Do you have anything to say about that, Asterion? Probably
I can't believe Mistress demanding Gale sacrifice himself to destroy the Absolute. It's just a waste of a perfectly good cult that we could be controlling. And a waste of a perfectly good Gale, I suppose.
Get in line, Asterion. Get in line. I called dibs on him first. Don't you dare, Asterion. I'm watching you, Asterion. I'm a-staring at you. That's never gonna go old. I'm a-staring at you the whole time.
Elminster. Even the Githyanki have heard tell of the Sage of Shadowdale. Some of his works have been translated to Tirsu. That doesn't mean his every word carries wisdom, however.
I do.
Near as I can tell, Mystra demands Gale's faith, but holds no faith in him. Why else would she demand Gale sacrifice himself, and perhaps so many others? Does she not think he can destroy the Absolute with his own immense talents? Does she not know the mighty company that he keeps?
Really?
Demanding Vlaakith may be, but she acts for the good of the Githyanki people. Mystra is concerned only for herself.
Wow.
Perhaps he'd find forgiveness in a fiery death. But I can't help but wonder why he'd want it at all.
These are fantastic questions, Lae'zel. That is very intuitive stuff. Like, bravo, I'm impressed. And I actually was really surprised. The biggest surprise I had was when she was saying, you know, does she not know about the... these aren't the exact words, but does she not know about the amazing company or the talented company that he's with? She actually admits that we're all like formidable heroes. Like that's huge for Lae'zel. Huge. It seems like she's actually like we've actually earned her respect in many ways if she's able to like say something like that. That's amazing.
Always makes my day better.
I can't believe Mistra actually expects Gale to just sacrifice himself like that. Seems like a waste of a fine mind.
Yes, a waste of a fine man as well. A fine mind and a fine man. Yeah, I would be very upset. I will be very upset if it happens. Karlach, what do you think about this?
Oh, was that Gale's granddad?
That was Elminster Almer, the most famous wizard in the realms. I do remember Elminster being mentioned in a lot of the Forgotten Realms books and players' handbooks. So yeah, now that I remember, I was like, okay, yeah, he's the red Gandalf.
Yeah, it doesn't ring a bell. But all right. Must have had something important to say to Gale if he came all this way. Good news, I hope.
Kinda, but no. I don't think it was. It turned out Gale has an explosive bomb in his chest. She can probably, like, relate to that. And Mister has asked him to use it to blow up the heart of the Absolute.
Whoa now, he's got a... Well, I guess that would explain a little, but... Mistra? I mean, this is a lot to take in.
It is.
What's he going to do?
It is. I think he's going to follow through with it. I don't think he'd do that to himself, even if Mr. commanded it. I'm not sure. I think he's of several minds.
Tell him to pick the right one. Or better yet, I'll do it. Fucking wizards, man. They always need help picking the simple, obvious option.
Which one's the obvious option?
If Mistra can't think of another way to stop the Absolute than sacrificing Gale, she's no god worth worshipping. I'll say that to Gale in, you know, gentle terms.
Karlach! I love you. I love you so much. Oh my goodness. Can I just marry you? And can I just completely marry you and, you know, not in a way that is going to be sexual in any way? It's just, you're just great. I just love talking to you. Yeah, it's seriously. Can we just have a non-sexual marriage? That would be amazing. Thank you.
A shame my first brush with the famed Elminster couldn't be a tad more optimistic. Listen, I might invoke the Triad from time to time, appeal to Helm, but I'm no man of faith. Not like Gale. I don't know what drives a man to consider his own death, among countless others, to be an appropriate exchange for his goddess's forgiveness. To me, it all sounds like nonsense. The faith that matters most is that which you hold in yourself, in the ones that most matter to you. Big Bomb be damned. Gale's got everything he needs to defeat the Absolute already. Talent, nerve, and powerful allies at his side.
Yes, powerful allies.
I hope he'll come to see that.
I hope so too. I hope I can convince him of that. And hopefully we'll be right. Because we could easily be wrong, and this might actually be the only way. But I refuse to believe that. I refuse. Volo, do you have anything to say about these things?
Quite the cozy setup you have here.
Okay, you're just repeating everything you said before. How about you, Halsin? You're not joining us yet?
The shadow curse is upon us. As foul as I remember it. Perhaps even worse. But with the Oak Father's blessing, we may soon see it banished from these lands.
Okay. We're in the midst of the Shadow Curse now. Is there any more you can tell us about how to lift it?
This land is more than just soil and rock, root and leaf. It is a living being, in the form of a young fey boy, with the forest itself in his eyes. His name is Thaniel. I've met him in my meditations. But since the curse was unleashed, I have not felt his presence. He is its prisoner, I fear. And as long as he remains so, his domain will lie in darkness. But if we can find him, we can break the curse. If you learn anything of the Shadowfell, or of a boy with the forest in his eyes, find me at once.
Okay. What should I look for exactly?
I can't be exact, unfortunately. Time and the Shadow Curse won't have been kind to any traces that would have been left behind. A living witness is unlikely, I'll admit. But perhaps there'll be an unliving witness. Or some lingering echo of what we seek.
Speak to the dead.
Don't worry. If you find something, you will know it.
Okay. Speak to the dead. Check. Maybe. Still feeling at home here with us? The surroundings are less bucolic, I understand. Bucolic, what does that mean?
It's not easy, seeing the ravages of the Shadow Curse. But your camp is a most welcome solace.
Thank you.
You've shared your fire with me. Your company. A small pocket of light against the darkness. But one I couldn't do without. Thank you.
You're welcome. Is there something I can do to make your mind off things? Is there something I can do to take your mind off things, perhaps? Don't get too sentimental. I had need of a guide in order to survive this curse. Is there something I can do to take your mind off things, perhaps?
I can think of a thing or two.
Oh.
But in truth, it is for the best that the curse consumes my thoughts for now. This is the best chance I've had in a century. I cannot squander it. But if I succeed, if I break the curse, then perhaps there will be time for myself again. And for others.
His grin! Halsin's grin, man. He's totally undressing me with his eyes, and I love it. I love it. I'm like, Cord, man. He's like, Gale, you better be careful, man. If you don't jump on this, Halsin will. Halsin, like, Astarion was trying to jump on it, and I was like, trying to keep Astarion back. No, Astarion. Will was a little flirty. I initiated it mostly. But Halsin, man, there's some chemistry between these two. So, Gale, like, you need to step it up. I definitely made some moves towards you, and you were like, oh, not yet, which I get, considering his backstory, 100% get. But speaking of his backstory, Gale, I don't want you to kill yourself. But if you do, Halsin and I, man, I've got a backup. I don't think Halsin cares if he's a backup. I'd be like, Gale, come on, we can't. Let's not. Don't die, please. Don't die. But at least I have a backup. Thy name is Halsin, who is Totes' daddy. It can't be. All right. My goodness, man. This is so. This game, man, this is gonna be the end of me. All right. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. Alright. It's really cool having all of these characters visiting us in our camp. I'm a big fan of that. Broken moon lantern.
An object catches your eye. A lantern, it seems. Though no light flickers within.
Broken. And there's dust inside it.
Inspect the dust in more detail. Examine the dust within the lantern. 5, 4. Arcana. Can you give me a little bit of a boost? Thank you, darling. Thank you, darling.
This is pixie dust, used to illuminate a lamp, or left behind after a pixie's death.
So wait, you put the pixie inside of the lamp?
You see no burner or wick. It was not fuel that lit this lamp, but magic.
Okay.
A broken moon.
Can I cast light?
Broken moon lantern cap.
Okay, well, that didn't seem to do anything. But it's a beautiful glow. The adept of the absolute. I have been given the crucial task to clear the entrance to Grym Forge for future expeditions. Sir True No Soul Near will follow once the entrance is cleared. As I make my way to the entrance, I can't help but feel excitement. What might we find here? That Cleric created so long ago, now sealed by the curse. Grym Forge could hold untold treasures for the Absolute's uses. I will continue to explore and document my findings. The entrance is currently blocked by vines and rubble. Quite cursed. Explosives ought to do the job, though I'm not as experienced in such matters as I'd wish to be. I set up the explosive with care, though I admit I'm afraid to detonate them. There's no telling what power these cursed vines hold, what might lie beyond, or whether I've even set things up correctly. Absolute, protect me. Okay. We've got some vines to deal with. To the cursed lands. Oh, this is what we didn't want to walk through. Oh. Wow.
Those shadows. There's power coursing through them. Oddly familiar. Better stay on alert.
Yeah. You're the one with the amazing armor.
I've seen darkness like this before. It's unsettling.
We've got to push through. Unless a passing griffin offers a ride. It's the only way to Moonrise Towers.
Since we're out in the wilderness, let's swap. Since we don't need... Most likely we're not going to run into the lock.
It feels like we're being watched. Hunted, even. But there's nothing out there. Only more darkness. I much prefer it when I'm the one prowling in the shadows. About to strike. Sorry, did you want something? Or just looking for a distraction?
You always are a distraction, Astarion, I agree.
Oh, darling, I'm hurt. It sounds...
Alright, let's bring Lae'zel. Although, yeah, let's bring Lae'zel.
I sought to reach a Githyanki Creche and be rid of these tadpoles. Now we stalk forgotten lands haunted by darkness. It is done.
Oh, yeah. We didn't level her yet. New feat available. Cool. Ability improvement. Your gain armor proficiency we already have. You can proficient with 4 weapons of your choice. Warcaster. Tough, maximum hit points, unarmed attacks, skilled, shield master, sharpshooter, sentinel. This one I know is good. When then within range attacks an ally, you can use your action to make a weapon attack. When making melee weapons, you roll your damage twice. Yeah, and use the highest results. That's good. Ritual, resilient, pole arm performer, moderately armored, mobile. Your movement speed in difficult terrain. You move. After making it, you don't provoke attacks of opportunity. She has some, some mobility with her step. Martial Adept, Mage Slayer, Lucky, Lightly Armored, Great Weapon Master. When you land a critical hit or kill a target with a melee weapon attack, you can make another melee weapon attack as a bonus action that turn. Attacks with melee weapons you're proficient with and are wielding both hands can deal an additional 10 damage at the cost of a -5 attack roll. You can toggle this on and off. Nice. Can deal an additional 10 damage. That's really cool. Great Weapon Master. Durable, Dungeon Delver, Dual Wielder. Defensive, Charger. You gain Charger Weapon, I can charge shove.